It is essential for a country's safety and security to have a strong army, navy, and air force. As a result, they receive a sizable share of the budget. There's a worldwide commitment to strengthen internal forces, deter foreign invasions, and protect their countries. Let's take a look at 10 most powerful militaries in the world 2022. Number 10. Brazil. Brazil is currently among the countries that have one of the 10 most powerful armies in the world. After independence, the Brazilian army was involved in eternal conflicts and was also an ally to the two great world wars, adopting the perspective that military power does not need to be used, but it needs to be solid and dependable. Brazil is seeking to strengthen its military capabilities in a number of strategic areas to convey the message that it will be ready to exhibit military power to complement its political, diplomatic, and economic capabilities. Brazil is expected to spend $190 billion between 2013 and 2019 to upgrade its military capabilities, having already implemented an offset policy and strategy forcing foreign defense companies to transfer technology and to use local Brazilian domestic companies to produce and assemble defense hardware and software. The strengthening of an indigenous defense technology industry intrinsically linked to national development is the central pillar upon which these perspectives are built. Explicitly, it called for a robust domestic defense industry with the technological capacity to gradually rule out the need to purchase imported services and products. Number 9. Pakistan. Pakistan's army was formed after the partition of India, which resulted in the country's independence in 1947. Pakistan has jumped up 6 places within 2 years as Pakistan Army has ranked as the 15th and 10th most powerful army in the world in military strength rankings 2020 and 2021, respectively. Today, it is the 9th most powerful army in the world, and since its inception, it's been involved in 4 wars with neighboring India, and has also had several border conflicts with Afghanistan. It's worth mentioning that this is also the largest army in the number of soldiers in an Islamic country in the world. It assigns a power index score to each country after taking into account more than 50 factors. The smaller the power index value, the higher the country's fighting capability. Pakistan, with a power index of 0.1572, fares better than Turkey, Iran, Indonesia, Saudi Arabia, and Israel in the military strength rankings 2022. Number 8. United Kingdom. The British Army ranks on the list as the 8th most powerful in the world. Its history in wars has made the army and the country become a symbol of prestige among the armed forces of the world. Throughout its history, the United Kingdom participated in the Napoleonic Wars, in the United States Revolution, and in the First and Second World Wars, which was decisive in making this army one of the most influential in the world and establishing the country as a military power. Even despite a 20% drop in such force, it remains among the top 10 most formidable armed forces in the world. They have some of the most powerful munitions on the planet. The HMS Queen Elizabeth aircraft carrier, with a 4.5-acre flight deck, was commissioned by the Royal Navy in 2020 and will be capable of transporting 40 F-35B Joint Strike Fighters across the world. Number 7. France. What best defines the French army is its historical prestige. According to British historian Niall Ferguson, of all the documented conflicts that took place since 387 BC, France was present in 168 of them, won 109, and lost 49 battles. Today, the French army ranks 7th among the strongest and most powerful in the world, despite its size. France's military is well-trained, professional, and capable of deploying enormous quantities of force. France is a prominent military actor, with the Charles de Gaulle aircraft carrier and frequent military deployments in Africa to assist governments and battle terrorism. Number 6. South Korea. The main objective of South Korea's mighty army is to keep the country safe from threats and conflicts with North Korea. Currently, they are the 8th in number of active soldiers and have one of the largest numbers of reservists in the world. This is because military service is mandatory in the country, where all young people must spend 21 months in training. To deal with such eventualities, South Korea has a high number of submarines, attack helicopters, and active people. This country also boasts a variety of tanks and the world's sixth biggest air force. The total population of the country is 51,835,110, while the available labor force is 25,917,555. Number 5. Japan. Although Japan ranks 19th in the number of active soldiers among armies around the world, the country ranks 5th among the most powerful on the planet. This is due to the high investment in technology and advanced training. Currently, the Japanese constitution prohibits the country from waging war to resolve international disputes. It's believed that it has the 4th largest submarine fleet in the world. Japan's navy also has 4 aircraft carriers, however they are only equipped with helicopters. Japan also has the world's 4th largest fleet of attack helicopters, after only China, Russia, and the United States. Japan is focused on its defensive capabilities and carefully avoids using the word military for its troops. Number 4. India. The creation of the Indian Army took place in 1947 when the country became independent from the United Kingdom and inherit part of the war power of Great Britain. The army had conflicts that resulted in wars against China and Pakistan. Among the main missions of this army, peacekeeping and border patrol and anti-terrorist operations stand out. India has an estimated 1,444,000 active military troops. They have a long-standing territorial dispute with Pakistan over Kashmir. According to Global Firepower, the country boasts the world's most tanks, 4,292,000. Towed artillery, 4,060, and fighter aircraft, 538. This year, India's military budget is estimated to be over $61 billion. Number 3. China. China has the largest army in the world by number of active soldiers. Not surprisingly, the country is the most populous in the world. The country is also the second most funded country in the armed forces, behind only the United States. The great development of China in recent years makes experts project that the Chinese army will become even stronger in the coming decades. In terms of overall manpower, it has the world's largest military. It also has the world's second largest tank and submarine fleets, after only Russia and the United States. China's military modernization initiatives have also made tremendous progress in recent years. Ballistic missiles and 5th-generation aircraft are now being developed, which might transform the face of armed combat in the near future. Number 2. Russia. Currently, Russia is the second most powerful military force in the world, formed in 1992 after the dissolution of the Soviet Union. The Russian army was one of the most invested in military force in recent decades. Russia is also one of the few countries that produce its own military equipment, having the largest number of tanks and rocket projectors among all armies in the world. According to Global Firepower statistics, Russia has the most tanks in the world, 12,950, more than double the number of tanks owned by the United States. On land, about 1 million active people in command of 27,038 armored vehicles, 6,083 self-propelled artillery groups, and 3,860 rocket projectors. Russia's defense budget is estimated to be $48 billion. Number 1. The United States of America. The United States of America is the country with the most powerful and strongest army in the entire world. This happens because in addition to having the 3rd largest army in terms of active soldiers, it's also the one that invests the most in the armed forces. To give you an idea, the country invests $770 billion in the army, while China, the second country that invests the most, has a budget of $250 billion. The United States also has the most advanced technology for combat and defense today. The U.S. possesses a fleet of 10 aircraft carriers, which is its most significant conventional military advantage. Furthermore, the U.S. has a large and well-trained human force, the most aircraft in the world, cutting-edge technology such as the Navy's new railgun, and, of course, the world's largest nuclear arsenal. Do let us know if your country is one of them. Please subscribe to Travel the World. Thanks for watching.